What's up? I'm gonna do my Detroit Lions recap. Now we went 7-9, which is most people expected anyway. Most people expected us to go between 9-7 and 7-9 any goddamn way, or 8-8, somewhere around there. So we did exactly what most people thought we was gonna do: be a mediocre team, have a mediocre record. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not gonna go through every I'm not gonna go through every one of these games that we lost or won because that's just too much time on my hands. But I'm gonna go through a few games that we could have won that we lost. Starting with the San Diego Chargers, very first game of the season. We was up 21-3 going into half. Second half, I think I think that told you where our season was heading. That game right there was telling you where our season was heading. That very first game. Because how the hell you put up 21 points and be up 18 points and fucking lose? You know what I'm saying? To the fucking Chargers though. With really a shitty defense. Well, I ain't gonna say a shitty defense, but they a mediocre team at best. But they a 5-11 team this year, so whatever. Fuck it. We didn't expect the Chargers to be 5-11 this year. I expected the Chargers to be fucking 9-7 or some shit this year, 10-6. But no, they 5-11 or yeah, 5-11. I still don't know how the fuck we lost that game and allowed 400 yards. Steven Tuller looked shitty in that game. He looked terrible. He looked so fucking bad in that game. That shit was atrocious. But the defense was garbage. Jim Caldwell, well, Joe Bumtardy, he was retarded in this game. He took his foot off the gas, went conservative, and we just got torched. Phillip Rivers carved us the fuck up. That game pissed me off. Next game we could have won was against the Denver Broncos. I mean, we was in the fucking game, damn near the whole game, but when Darius Slay got mossed twice, that shit, it was over. He got mossed twice by two different receivers in the same game. Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas, he got mossed. He got hold. That's why he not in the Pro Bowl, that type of shit. He giving up big ass plays and shit. So, if you want to know why he's not in the Pro Bowl for real. But yeah, we lost 24-12. We lost by 12 points. That shit was atrocious. Their defense was ferocious. The offensive line couldn't block shit as they usually does. They can't block a fucking thing. That's why they lost the Chargers game. The offensive line couldn't block for shit. You had Cornelius Lucas getting blown the fuck up on the right side. You got Riley Reed getting blown up on the left side. It was just all a fucking mess. Same goes in this game. Stafford threw interceptions and shit. That shit was crazy. Then the next game we could have won was against the Seahawks. The Seahawks, they beat us. Yeah, they beat us 13-10, but honest to God, we should have got the ball back and won the fucking game, but the referees cheated our ass because they want the pussy ass Seahawks to win the fucking game. They know what they do. If the Lions would have won that game, say if we went 9-7 and they went 9-7, just imagine the Seahawks would not be in the playoffs right now. They good as they've been playing, they would not be in the playoffs right now. I'm just saying. But at the same time, even before that, leading up to that, the Lions should have played better offensively any fucking way. We should have played better offensively. Our offense was straight fucking trash because Lombardi is so fucking retarded. He don't know how to call shit. His play calling is predictable, and it was just all bad. he was so predictable that teams said they knew what we was gonna do before we even did the shit. That's how predictable he was. See, Bob Cooter, he ain't that fucking predictable. I mean, you know some shit he gonna do, but you don't not exactly what he gonna do. Sometimes you think he gonna do something. You think he gonna do this, but he'll do the opposite. That type of shit. So, yeah. You'll think he's throwing a screen to Golden Tate, but he actually throwing it to Calvin Johnson, that type of shit. Be like, boop, boop, that type of shit. But yeah, that's a game we lost that we could have won. Next game was against the Vikings, the second one. When we lost at home, we was up 17-3 going into half, and we fucking got exterminated. Adrian Peterson, he ran all over our ass. He made us like a joke. Our linebackers, they couldn't stop the run to save their life. The safeties was getting burnt. The head of bow was getting burnt. Glover Quinn got trucked to shit. This shit was looking horrible. That shit was horrible. The defense, it was horrible. That's why we need some linebackers in the draft, man. That shit was a disaster, man. The defensive line, they couldn't do shit. Oh my god, that shit was horrible, man. I was too fucking mad. I was too pissed though. I was too mad. And then on the offensive side of the ball, the offensive line, Rodney Reed is so garbage. That nigga's garbage as fuck. Oh my god. They couldn't block nothing. Stafford got sacked in that game, I think, 8 times or some shit? Or 7 times? Some shit like that. I think it was 7 times. And then the other times, he didn't get sacked. He was getting hit. Every time he threw the ball, he was getting pressure every fucking time. They couldn't block him for nothing. They couldn't block for him for nothing. The running game couldn't get no blocks, nothing. Our offense couldn't generate points for shit. And that shit was just fucking terrible. I'm like, that's why they need to shift their whole offensive line to motherfucking Antarctica and send their ass in the fucking cold because they suck. Man, we lost that game. Then another game, significant game. You already know the game I'm about to mention, the Green Bay Packers game and shit. We lost to them bastards 27-23 in a fucking Hail Mary bullshit fashion because the fucking referee ain't called that fucking tackle. He gonna call a face mask on that ticky-tacky ass touch to his face and shit when he didn't even grab his shit. When he just turned his fucking head, when he clearly grabbed his shoulder type shit. They gonna call that bullshit. That should have never been a fucking. The game should have been over right there when he tackled him. It should have been over. The game should have been over. Right there, that tackle should have ended the game. They calling some bullshit for him to get one more fucking play. Bullshit. That's why I was so fucking pissed when I was mad as hell. And to this day, I still really haven't been watching the NFL. I really haven't been watching that shit on the low. All I've been doing is reading highlights and shit, and maybe some looking at the results and shit. But I haven't actually been watching the shit for real. Only games I've really been watching is the Lions games. That's about it. And that's because it's been some bullshit, man. Fuck the Packers. I hope the Redskins beat their ass too. I hope the Redskins beat the fuck out of the damn Packers. Just like the fucking Cardinals. I was so fucking happy when the Cardinals beat the shit out of the damn Packers. I was in joy. I was in joy for real. That was joyful. I love that sight. I hate the fucking Rainbow Gate butt fuckers. Hate that fucking team. Damn, I hate them motherfuckers. But I'm going to tell you a significant win of the season. When we beat the Packers in Lambeau. We ain't beat them in 24 straight years. You know? As people were saying, we would never beat Green Bay and Lambeau. Maybe this is a start of a turn for this team, man. When we beat them in Lambeau, that's maybe a beginning of something, man. I don't give a fuck how good or bad the Packers was. We couldn't beat the Packers for shit in fucking Lambeau. I don't give a fuck what year it was. Man, the Packers can be going 6-10 one year and we still lose to the motherfuckers in Lambeau. It been some years like that. The Packers was shitty as fuck, and we still lost to Green Bay and Lambeau still. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. For them to do that, man, Stafford is the only quarterback to do that in so fucking long. Thank God for Stafford, dog. I don't give a fuck if nobody say he's a beast, especially this season. He should be Pro Bowl, considered for Pro Bowl. I don't give a shit. And if he ain't on the 100, if he's not on the NFL's top 100 list this year, this will be a fucking high robbery. This will be bullshit. That would be straight bullshit if he's not on that list this year. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. He won the top in the league in fucking touchdowns. How the fuck is he not on the list? But anyway, that's my little rant right there. Anyway, now another game we lost that we shouldn't have fucking lost was the Rams game. Like how the fuck we lose to these motherfuckers? I ain't. Stafford threw that pick 6. That cost us a game. I'm not even gonna get into that. Fuck that shit. I'm not even gonna get into that. Whatever. We shouldn't have never lost to that weak ass. Now, we beat the Bears twice. We always whoop their ass. They ain't shit. The Cardinals, we got blown the fuck out 42-17. And them 17 points was sympathy points when you turn the ball over 6 fucking times. And then the Chiefs, we got our shit pushed in. Stafford was getting sacked all fucking day. You got Alex Smith looking like the Michael Vick of 2004 type shit. You got looking like Michael Vick did in his prime in the motherfucking Atlanta Falcons days and shit. Just running all over our ass. This shit was horrible, man. That's another loss I fucking hated. I hated them 2 losses, man. This shit was horrible. I went off like a motherfucker in my videos when they lost them 2 games, man. I was mad as hell. I was mad as fuck. But yeah, nah, man. 7-9, man. I'm not even gonna go through every single game. That's just time consuming. Eagles, we beat the shit out of the Eagles. We beat the Raiders. We beat the fucking 49ers, Saints and shit, and Rams. I mean, not Rams, no Bears, and you know the whole thing. But nah, that's my recap of the season so far. We went against the Chargers, Vikings, Broncos, Seahawks. We went against Vikings twice, Bears twice, Packers twice. We went against the Chargers, Cardinals, Chiefs, Raiders, Eagles, Rams, Saints, and 49ers. You know, this season, what I think, in my opinion, this season was kind of expected from most fans, except for me. I had high hopes in this team. I thought we would have went to at least between 10-6 and 12-4. In my opinion, that's what I thought the record we was gonna have, somewhere around that area, and we ain't had that shit. And the reason why we didn't have that, I think, because, like I said, there was a lot of shit going on. Now this offseason, I hope this Calvin Johnson shit don't fucking just take over our offseason and shit. Is he going to retire? Is he not going to retire? Is he, man? Instead of concentrating on that bullshit, why not concentrate on our fucking future and building our fucking team and trying to win and shit? Fuck trying to just focus on that shit. If he retires, he fucking retires. If he don't, then good. He can stay on the fucking team and contribute. But until then, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want our offseason to be just about Calvin fucking Johnson. I want our offseason to be about getting the right general manager in this motherfucker, drafting the right players. That's why our team need to be focused on. Getting the right fucking general manager and getting the right fucking players for this team. I don't give a fuck about this retirement. I do give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck at the same time, because I don't want that to interfere with the objective of this team should be, which is making it to the playoffs and making a fucking run. Now, in the draft, who should we address? Everybody's saying offensive lineman. But honest to God, I don't think we should go that route in the first round, in my opinion. Because Tunsil, he might not even be there by the time we get to 16. He ain't going to be there. I know he's not. So, I don't think you should draft another offensive lineman that's beneath him. What the Lions should do, we should get a defensive player. We should get somebody on defense, because I'm still not sold on this defense. The talent on this defense, I'm still not sold on it. I don't give a fuck. Our defense is still, well, it wasn't trash this year, Well, at times it was trash, but at the same time it was games that we played very good defense. So that's why we got that mediocre ass ranking for defense. But I'm still not sold at the linebackers. I think Calvin Noy can contribute, but they need to use them. Shit, I'm trying to use the best word. They need to use them. They need to utilize them. I want to see what the fuck he can do. It didn't help when DeAndre Levy left. It didn't help at all as far as leadership. It didn't help. Then Tulloch, his old ass. I mean, Tulloch, he was good like 4 or 5 years ago. Even a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, he was good. But now he lost ever since the ACL injury. He lost a step. He got slower. He's not as physical anymore. He can't tackle. He can't tackle for shit. If somebody get past the line, get past the fucking defensive line. If they get past the front four is fucking over because he ain't gonna be able to tackle shit. You got scrub ass running backs running all over their ass. You got fucking DeWine Harris from the 49ers running all over our ass and shit. Some practice squad motherfucker. You got some goddamn. Adrian Peterson. I kind of expect that shit, but still, you still should supposed to put him on his ass when he run towards your direction. Same goes for any running back that's in the top level, Todd Gurley's and shit. You put them on their ass. That's why we need another middle linebacker, in my opinion. Another middle linebacker would be great. Somebody that could clog up the holes in the run defense. Clog that shit up, and also can cover a little bit. We should get that linebacker from Alabama. We should get a linebacker in the first round, either a linebacker or a defensive end. No, I say another outside linebacker or a defensive end. We need some pass rushes, man. Ziggy Ansah, he cannot just be our only pass rusher. I'm sorry. We need somebody to help him out. I like Jason Jones, but his strength is not sacking and getting to the quarterback. His strength is stopping the run. That's what his strength is. Detroit boy. He's a Detroiter. You know what I'm saying? Detroit boy. But his strength is not sacking the quarterback. His strength is stopping the run. They always have been. That's why he's here in Detroit in the first place. Even though this is the team he grew up watching and shit, and now he's playing for his dream team and shit. So I don't think we're gonna never let him go, but still. We need somebody better than Jason Jones, in my opinion, man. I'm sorry. On the defensive end, we need somebody to get to the fucking quarterback and put him on his bitch ass. I want some smash mouth motherfuckers in this bitch. Some nasty ass defensive players. Just don't give a fuck. Put that pussy ass Sharon Chokers on fucking siege and shit. You know who I'm talking about. Sharon Chokers, Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers, aka Sharon Chokers. I call him that Sharon Chokers because he chokes in big fucking games, but nobody talks about the shit. I don't know fucking why, but he does choke a lot. Like he did last year in the Seahawks NFC Championship game. He choked like a motherfucker. It wasn't Brandon Boston. It wasn't just him. He choked fucking too. Shit. Aaron Rodgers is the reason why they lost the fucking game. You don't throw 4 interceptions and not fucking choke. Fuck out of here. But anyway. Man, we need to address defense in this draft, man. I'm sorry. We need talent across the board on our defense. We still got holes in our defense. We can get an offensive lineman in the free agency, man, but we need a motherfucking defense, man. If this team want to make it further into the playoffs, we got to get a defense in this bitch. We got to get some motherfucking pass rushers. We got to wreak havoc in this bitch. If Terrell Austin leaves, we definitely got to draft defense. I'm sorry. We got to draft defense. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We got to draft offensive line. No. I'm tired of the Lions drafting offensive linemen early. I'm tired of that shit. They did it with Riley Reid. He's a failed experiment. Lincoln Thomas is so far a failed experiment, even though it's only one season. They did it with Swanson. Failed experiment. No, I don't want to see that shit anymore. We need to go defense in this draft. But if Calvin Johnson thinking about retiring, we can go for a receiver. That will be a good idea. Get another big body up in that bitch, or get somebody that's a very good route runner and got good hands. We need one of them, another receiver. But in my opinion, we should go for defense. Defense, defense, defense. Stafford, he got weapons. He got Riddick. He got Golden Tate. He got Ebron. He got weapons. Okay? He got weapons. But you go for that defense, get another linebacker in this bitch. Oh my God. Maybe a safety, a defensive back if we can, even though it's honest to God in this draft, there's no good defensive backs in this draft, in my opinion. Not too many at all. This is a weak class for them. But in my opinion, this is a strong class for like defensive ends and linebackers and shit. And so we should get a fucking linebacker. Get a linebacker, wreck havoc in this bitch. So we could have that Super Bowl defense in this motherfucker. I want to build this Lions team like the old days and shit, how the old Lions teams used to be. In the 90s, our old teams used to have great offenses, my bad, but we need an identity. We need to establish an identity on our defense, man. Get to the quarterback, put him on his ass. I want to see sacks. I want to see fumbles. I want to see turnovers, all that shit. We got to go defense. We need to get a stud on the defensive side of the ball, not just some scrub motherfucker we never heard of before. We needed a big time guy, you know. So yeah, our main positions of draft, I think, defensive back, linebackers, defensive end, offensive lineman too. I mean, if you want to draft offensive lineman first, okay, fine. But in my opinion, we should go for defense. That's just in my opinion. Linebacker definitely should be addressed in this draft. A defensive end should be addressed in this draft for damn fucking sure. I know Devin Taylor, he all right, but no, we need a real motherfucker in this bitch. We need a defensive end, like I said, defensive back, and maybe. I don't know. But I said the right things though. Defensive back, linebacker. I don't know which linebacker. You can go middle linebacker or outside linebacker. I don't give a shit. We just need a fucking linebacker that can play the 4-3. But I say a middle linebacker more so because Tulloch is old as shit. All right, so there you go. And Levy's coming back next year, so that'll make the defense even stronger. But we need to address defense in the draft. That's it for my Detroit Lions season recap. 7-9. Can we? I got questions. Oh no, that ain't a wrap yet. I got questions. Can we next season make it to the playoffs? That's the ultimate question. Not just make the playoffs, but actually win the playoff game. I mean, I think this team can, but I want to know what you think in the comment section below. I want to know what you think. Can we make it to the playoffs next year? I think we can. I think we can. Because we got the AFC South and the NFC East next year. And also, we go against the Saints again in the Superdome. I don't know why they like putting this against the Saints. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think they because they like to see the Stafford Breeze games and shit. They like to see their rivalry. I guess it's like they're trying to make it like a Peyton Manning type of deal with Tom Brady, even though it is not. But they trying to make it like that. They love the Lions and Saints games. They love this shit. That's why they keep putting us against each other. They love watching us play against each other because they know we gonna put up some points and shit. But yeah, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about this team. Do you think we can make it to the playoffs? What you think? I think we can. With the new general manager. I think we can. But yeah. That's all I gotta say. Peace out.